everybody. So I'm going to be doing a reading for us. I got a request to do a reading for what's coming towards you this summer. So just keep in mind that not everything is going to resonate with you. So just take what does and then leave the rest behind. Or if it doesn't, that's totally okay too. But we're going to get started, and we are going to start off with the Archangel Animal Oracle cards. So I already cleansed the deck. I'm just going to shuffle them real quick. Okay. So what is coming towards you this summer? What is coming towards you this summer? What is coming? I'm actually going to take that one. Okay. So we have the Parrot card. Listen intently to understand. Archangel Boki. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've never even heard of this archangel before. So listen intently to understand. So immediately what I'm getting is that we're moving from a place of listening with our mind. We're moving in a place that is coming from the heart, right? We're starting to listen with the heart. And the reason why I'm saying this too is because if you look at all these birds, they all have a little light coming, from their heart. And they have, there's this little rainbow here. So there's going to be a lot of more understanding from your end, but also with the people that you communicate with. Let's see if there's so we have Lady Bird, accept happiness and good fortune. Aww. Archangel Premenilek. Oh my god, I'm butchering that. I know I am, but this is the card. So accept happiness and good fortune. So as we start to expand, right? As we start to operate more from the heart, we bring in more experiences that are more heart-centered. And it's not to say that, it's not to say that you're not going to have, experiences that, challenges. But the most important aspect is that we're going to be moving differently, okay? It's going to be a completely different energy, maybe an energy that you're not really used to being in. But because there's been so much work done, there's been a lot of things, whether you realize it or not, you're always healing, okay? You're always healing whether you realize it or not. I feel like you guys have consciously been doing the work. And with doing so, it just brings in this more heartfelt energy. There could be some sort of family reunion as well. Maybe connecting more with our family. Maybe more with your significant other, friendships. It's going to be more heart-centered. That's all I keep getting. It's going to be more from the heart. A lot of it is going to be coming from here. And I feel like also too, there's going to be this energy of where we communicate more clearly, right? There's going to be this energy where we're setting boundaries within ourselves, right? Because you do have to create boundaries with yourself. But again, also with those people outside of us. And I feel like those people are genuinely going to understand and respect that. And then we have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. Yeah, so there's just this energy of again, like the way we express ourselves, maybe like in the past, maybe you weren't able to like genuinely communicate, right? Sorry. Maybe you weren't able to like communicate your needs, or, you know, express your boundaries, or, you know, like for me, for instance, I have, and I still do this, but I have issues with telling people how I feel, you know, right then and there. And I end up letting it bubble up, and then I explode, and then like I'm going off on these people, and I'm bringing up things from like months ago, and they're like confused because they don't really understand like where is all this coming from. But I feel like you guys are moving from that place, right? Again, it's more, this is just going to be a more heart-centered summer is what I'm getting. There's a lot of transformation that's been happening here. So this is going to allow you to truly express yourself, truly express what you are feeling. Okay, I'm going to take this one because I wanted to come out. So we have psychometry, which is sensitivity. So again, there is just this, we're just, again, it's this energy of opening up more, right? Becoming more sensitive to those things around us. This could be within a relationship, and the only reason why I say that is because there is a ring here. So we may be communicating more within our relationships. Again, setting boundaries, expressing our needs, you know, and really speaking up on how we feel, not letting it get to this boiling point where everything explodes. So it's just, there's a lot of love, okay? Now remember, this is also up to you, okay? You also have to do the work. We just got yes. Yes. So that just feels like it's confirmation for what I was saying, you know, because a lot of the times, so here, for instance, you know, I could be saying something to you right now, but maybe you're not experiencing that quite yet. But you also have to be honest with yourself. Are you actually putting in the work, you know, to get to this point, you know, to be more open? You know, what are you doing to help yourself to get there? Which is so funny. So this is the deck that I'm shuffling right now. It's called the Lover's Oracle. And I don't really use this deck as much, but like it wanted to come out. It wanted to be used today. And look, they're heart-shaped cards. So it just fits so perfectly with the theme. So we have sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So again, like I said, this could be in regards to some sort of relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. Really what I'm getting from this is honor yourself, right? Honor your relationship with yourself, because it is something that is sacred, right? And also honor the other relationships that you have with people. Honor those relationships that allow you to be yourself, you know, that when you do set your boundaries, they understand. You know, honor those relationships. Bring love into those relationships. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some alone time. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yes, exactly what I was saying. Honor yourself, okay? Honor the relationship that you have within your own self. This is not to say, you know, it doesn't mean that we necessarily have to, you know, spend this whole summer by ourselves. Absolutely not. But what it's saying is that instead of placing your focus on another person, bring that energy back to yourself. How can you bring that energy back to you? You know, maybe you spend time stalking somebody on social media, or, you know, maybe you're just constantly in your head, you know, thinking about this person. And a lot of the times when we're in this energy of constantly focusing on something else, it's a genuine distraction from what we actually need to be doing. So spend some time with yourself, focus on what you want to do. You know, maybe there's a goal that you want to achieve. Maybe there's like something that you want to do, but do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say about this. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse. And the energy that, okay, and then the Eight of Swords upright. Okay, so I love this energy, honestly. So the energy that I'm picking up with these two cards is that, I don't know if you can tell, but she's like climbing up this ladder. She's trying to get to, you know, a different destination, her next destination. But what this is doing is it's causing some sort of anxiety. It's causing some sort of fear. And the reason why is because you're not meant to go anywhere quite yet, okay? This is a time for you to truly, genuinely spend time with yourself, right? Again, instead of putting your focus on another person, this is going to be the time where you truly spend time with yourself. And understanding your fears. I really like this because look, okay, so there's kind of like a castle in the background in this one, and there's a castle in the background of this one too. So putting our focus on trying to get somewhere is really going to cause, again, like I said, that anxiety, that fear to come up, because it's like it's this energy of like, it's not happening fast enough. Okay, it's not happening fast enough. But the reason why it's not happening fast enough is because, again, there needs to be some time spent by ourselves. This is a time to genuinely acknowledge, you know, those fears that have came up, right? In order to be more of a heart-centered person, we do have to face these fears. So whatever that is for you, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. I'm going to read this Eight of Swords out of the book because I'm feeling called to. Let's see. Okay. So it says the Eight of Swords represents being caught up in your own insecurities. Donkey Skin was forced into hiding to escape a bad situation. Now she is faced with the decision to continue the life she has created or to step out of her self-made prison. So the card being upright represents anxiety, victimhood, feeling trapped, paralysis, and crisis. So exactly. Are we going to continue living in this fear, or are we going to choose to live from a more heart-centered aspect? And then we have the King of Coins, which is a little turtle, well, a tortoise, I think. I don't know. But this is telling me too, like, what I'm getting is slow and steady wins the race, right? There's no need to rush any of this. This is meant for you. But again, it does require some work, okay? Make sure that, that's so funny too. Make sure that during this time, you guys are grounding yourself. Now, whether that's spending time in nature, you know, maybe meditating, journaling. Another good way to ground yourself is to move your body. My favorite way is to really spend time in nature, or even move my body. But whatever works for you, you know, whatever helps you keep you here, down here, right? Focusing on what it is that you need to do. Whatever helps you do that. And, you know, don't go towards distractions or temptation, because that's just going to take you off your path. So really allow yourself, you know, for this stability to come in. There's something here that you're growing, okay? The King of Pentacles is somebody who is already stable, but just from like the feeling that I'm getting is that like that's where we're headed, right? We are headed towards this King of Pentacles. But again, right now we're kind of stuck in this Eight of Swords, okay? And this is, again, like the book said, this is something that you created on your own. So, you know, really work through your fears, really work through those things that are popping up for you. Again, maybe it's just, you know, maybe you need to express yourself. Maybe you need to set boundaries. But I do feel like that is something that is going to be coming in for you guys as long as you do put in the work, right? The more we put in the work, the more we do open our heart, the more we expand. Let's see. Yeah, we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Yes. That goes so perfect with that Eight of Swords. Again, you know, are you going to keep doing the same things over and over again? Or are you going to allow yourself to step out of that comfort zone and try something new? Maybe you've never meditated before, right? You know, maybe start incorporating that. I find the best time to meditate is right when you wake up. You know, maybe you have the habit of getting on your phone right when you wake up. Maybe try something different. You know, maybe try meditating. And meditation doesn't have to be an hour, 30 minutes, not even 20. You know, if you know that you can't do it for that long, set up small little goals. You know, start with 5 minutes. Okay, and then when you feel like you can do the 5 minutes, you know, then up the time. Maybe do 10 minutes. Then when you feel like you can do the 10 minutes, you know, do the 15. Meditation is just to bring you back into a state of you. And it also helps you listen to yourself more. You gain more trust because you start to confide within yourself, right? You don't have to go and look for validation outside of yourself because you trust yourself wholeheartedly that, you know, you can create that space to genuinely connect with you. I'm going to end up reading this one out of the book, but I want to get a card from here. And then we have a Gore, which is mastery. Okay, so what I'm hearing is after the teacher, the master appears, right? After the teacher, the master appears. What is it that you're trying to master here? Maybe there's something that you've been, you know, maybe there's like a talent, there's a gift, you know, that you've been really working on. You know, how can you allow yourself to really master this? And not only that, too, like I said, after the teacher, the master appears. So there may be somebody, too, who does come into your life that is going to help you okay, so they're going to help you realize aspects of yourself that you weren't quite aware of yet. Okay. Now remember, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be negative. It also doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be something like positive, okay? Take everything as a lesson. Everything and everybody has something to teach you as long as you're open-minded, okay? As long as you can get out of your own way and look at things from that higher perspective. Because with that Eight of Swords, it just say, you know, being in this energy of victimhood. There's something here that you're going to end up mastering. The Seven of Coins. So I wanted to get a tarot card for this mastery card. So again, this may be something that you've already been working towards. The Seven of Pentacles is something that because after the Seven of Pentacles, it's the Eight, right? And the Eight of Pentacles, it's all about working, you know, making something come to fruition. But this is telling me that you've already been working towards something, okay? Now, I want you guys to analyze this. Like, is this something that is working for you, or does it feel like it's something that's kind of like stopping you? I kind of want to use the word draining. For some of you guys, that is the case. There is something here that is draining you guys. So, you know, really reevaluate, is this something that I want to continue to work on? You know, is this something that I want to put more effort into, or, you know, is it time to switch it up a little bit? Okay. And then we got the owl, which is listen to the messages of the angels. And then we have Archangel Boki. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's came out twice already. So listen to those intuitive messages. If you're somebody who does connect with the angels, you know, really sit there and allow yourself to genuinely connect with them. You know, I believe in them just because I've worked with them personally. I've never worked with this archangel before though, but I can't stop looking at this owl's eyes. I feel like you guys have this intensity to you. But the reason why I feel this is because there's still some walls. There's still some walls that are that we have around our heart. So I want you to start listening to yourself. Start listening to what it is that you need to do in order for you to become more open and receptive to things. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. And then look, it's the heart. Yes, even if you are in this energy of the Eight of Swords, this energy of anxiety, you know, of feeling hopeless, you can still allow yourself to feel joyful. And I think that a lot of us kind of like tend to feel guilty. Excuse me. A lot of us tend to feel guilty, you know, when we are happy. And I think the reason why is because it feels like it's going to get taken from us, right? So it's like, why should I feel anything but this anxiety when this is going to be taken away from me? But can somebody really take your joy away from you? Or is it that you're allowing it to happen? You know, what are the choices that you are choosing to make? So again, this is, you know, there's going to be a lot of accountability here. We can't keep blaming other people, you know, for how we feel. Yes, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel down. Allow yourself to feel that. You know, those emotions are validated. They're valid. But it's all about how long you allow yourself to stay there. Because the longer we stay there, again, the longer we get into this victimized energy. Let's see. Let's get one more card. And then I'm going to read the Break the Chain card, because I feel like that is like it's a very important aspect to this journey that you guys are on right now. The boundaries card just came out too. It's not this one, but yeah, the boundaries card just came out. So again, work on setting those boundaries up, protect yourself from the people who don't want to respect them. Those are the people that you don't want in your life. We got the no card, which is wait, postpone, pause, say no. So maybe there's something that you're wanting to do in this moment. Maybe okay, so the energy that I'm picking up is there is a want to reach out to somebody or something, but as of right now, it's not a good idea. Again, this is a time for you to really focus on yourself and place that focus right back onto you. We also have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So this is what is your heart wanting you to do? Not your mind. Okay, because our mind can get us in trouble. But what is your soul calling you to do? Maybe your soul is telling you to put those boundaries. Maybe your soul is telling you to rest more. Maybe your soul is telling you to, step away from a certain environment, from certain people, relationships. Maybe your soul is telling you that, look, this isn't working out anymore. It's just time to move on. But you have to listen to you, because only you genuinely know what it is that you need to do. But again, you need to create that space for yourself. So let's read break the chain. Okay. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line. Healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often, they are not even ours to begin with. But we do not know any other way of being, and so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. So the action that this card has is, what old ways of being from your family line are you ready to let go of? Seek assistance from your support team, your tribe, friends, healer, coach, etc. to begin freeing yourself from it now. So again, maybe your family isn't somebody who expresses themselves, right? Maybe they don't show emotions. Or maybe when you do show emotions, they invalidate them, right? They make you feel like crap for having emotions. So one way of breaking generational curses, and I'm going to use an example that I'm kind of going through right now. So I'm pregnant. And I grew up in the dynamic between my parents and I, it wasn't healthy whatsoever. I never got listened to. I was never allowed to just be myself. I would literally get beat for just being myself. I was literally shoved to the side, right? And I understand that my parents, they didn't have that. They didn't receive that when they were growing up. So genuinely, what do I expect from them? I don't expect anything less, because they never took the time to genuinely heal themselves. But now, because I'm pregnant, I can treat my child completely differently, right? I can be there for my child. I can listen to my child. I can help my child co-regulate their emotions, and not make my child feel like they're abandoned or like they're not important. That's how you start breaking generational curses, is by doing something different, right? Not doing something the same way, but by doing something different. But you have to choose to do that. It's not just going to happen. You have to choose. You have to put in that action. You have to put in that effort. So really, you know, again, really observe your patterns. Okay, observe your patterns. See what you can do differently. And if you don't, okay, because I know mine's kind of like far out, right? Because I'm pregnant. But maybe, you know, start bringing that energy into yourself again, like this says, you know, maybe you're somebody who loves to give people love. Bring that love back to you. Maybe you like to buy people stuff, you know, start buying things for you. Maybe you're somebody who loves to give compliments to somebody else. Bring that back into you. Start loving yourself. Start bringing that energy into yourself. So that way you can start to see a shift happening within you. That way you are more open within the heart and you are more receptive to things. But it has to start with you. Okay. So I think that's all I have for today. So I do feel like this is what is going to be the theme for the summer. Again, if you feel like it doesn't resonate, don't take it, okay? Don't try to make it fit. But yeah, I mean, I do feel like this is a theme, and I feel this wholeheartedly. I feel this very heavily too in my own life. So, you know, be honest with yourself, okay? Sometimes we can think like, oh, I don't have those issues, or, you know, but when you genuinely start to look at you and your patterns, your behaviors, your habits, your routines, you know, the choices that you make, when you start to be honest with that part of you, you really do start to see things differently, because it's like, oh, you know what? I have been this way. And that's okay. It's okay. You know, don't shame yourself. Don't judge yourself. That's one of the most important things. This journey is a lot of shame will come up, a lot of guilt, a lot of judgment. But the ultimate goal is to not shame yourself, to not judge yourself. So say you grew up with parents who shamed you, maybe because you wanted to be a singer or you wanted to be an artist or something, and they shamed you for it. They judged you. You know, don't be that. Don't be that to yourself. You know, start to talk to yourself differently. Again, start breaking those generational curses. And like the book said, those are one of the hardest ones to do. But I can guarantee you that when you start doing it, you will start to look at yourself differently. You will start to look at the people around you differently. Okay? Because you're going to be operating more from here, from the heart. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And again, if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I used to do a lot of like the pick a cards, especially on my Instagram. So I might start doing some of those as well. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Again, I hope that this reading helps you guys in some way, shape, or form. And as always, do something that makes your heart so happy. And thank you guys for being here with me.